Greetings and blessings, blessings and greetings. And we're live because we want to stay alive and thrive in Torah Chaim, Torah of life, Torah Chesed, Torah of kindness, Torah Rachamim, the Torah of mercies. Recently, through my Facebook connections, which anyone can connect by typing in DON and MATOOK, someone wrote to me, due to my profile picture in Facebook shows me holding up a copy of a wonderful book, not just for the children of Israel, Bnei Sokeni B'Shlita, but also for the Bnei Noach, blessed children of Noach. We're all blessed coming out of an ancient ark 4,114 years ago, descendants of Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And they asked me, well, concerning matters what are called the, so to speak, mystical parts, or Kabbalistic, Hasidic parts of Torah, the inner dimension of Torah, isn't this person supposed to wait to the age of 40? Well, in this video, blessed souls, I'm not going to address that issue, but there's just the general issue of the obligation of learning the inner dimension of Torah, and basically plucking out of a source from the Kuti Sichot, which are collection of talks by the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbi Nachman Mendel Schneerson, direct descendant of King David, and he quotes that anyone who's coming to oppose the learning of the inner dimension of Torah, Pnimiyut Torah, Chassidus and Kabbalah, is going actually opposite the opinion of the Vilna Gaon, the Gaon Vilna, where you can read his viewpoints in his explanations of Mishlei, Proverbs, on the verse. Chapter 5, verse 18, also its explanation on chapter 7, verse 12, and chapter 4, verse 22, and the Rebbe mentions, and essentially as well, one should look into chapter 20, verse 9 in Proverbs. Also his explanation on the Tikkuni Zohar, the book of Shining, in Pirush, the Hecholot, the explanation of the chambers, and I guess it's Parshas Pekudei, which is in the end of the second book, Shmot, the book of Exodus in the Torah, chapter 17, and in Tikkuni Zohar, the 107th page, the third side, and many other places as well. As well, the Rebbe brings down, this would be the opposite of the opinion of Chaim Vital, the promotion of the idea the inner dimension of Torah shouldn't be learned. That being said, in another place, the Rebbe brings down as a matter of halacha, of oral Torah tradition law of the nation of Israel, that the sages of truth have said that every soul of Yisrael has to come back to many reincarnations, Gilgulim Rabim, until they fulfill all 613 commandments in action, speech, and thought. And that is to say that in speech and thought, this is through the learning of the teachings of Torah, the halachot, and this is based and rooted in the Torah verse from Vayikra in Leviticus chapter 30, verse 18. Zot Torah Chatat. And it says that anyone who's involved in learning the Torah of Chatat, the sacrificial offering of the Korban Chatat, will be as if they brought it. As well, the Chachmei Emet, the sages of truth, the men of wisdom of truth, so that every soul needs to come to its rectification by being engaged in Pardes. Pardes is an acronym for 4 general levels of learning Torah. The Pei for being Pshat, the simple understanding of Torah. Reish, Remez, what is being alluded to, what seems to be a open teaching of Torah, but actually there's a higher elucidation. And then Drush, which gets more into what we call the homiletical, ethical teachings. And then so, the inner dimension, so to speak, the inner mechanics. In a more modernistic term, mystic doesn't really fit the proper context of what we're trying to communicate here with us, but rather the physics, how matter and energy, whether in the world of action, or matter and energy in the world of speech, or matter and action in the world of thought, or matter and action in the world of intellect interacts. And there can be energy in matter and matter in energy. That being said, blessed souls, the Rebbe went on to say, and that was just my own little insertion there, that a person must come to know these 4 levels. And if he does not come, or is being lazy, and does not want to get into the full knowledge of the Torah according to his capacity, then he'll have to come back and reincarnate again. Now, it should be known that this teaching, or this psak halacha by the Alter Rebbe, was accepted by all the categories of the nation of Israel at that time that the Alter Rebbe, Shneur Zalman Liadi, had published his Hilchot Talmud Torah, the laws, the oral law traditions of how to learn Torah. And even the opponents of the Chassidic movement, which Shneur Zalman, the Alter Rebbe, was a member of. In fact, one of the great opponents of the Chassidic movement saw the teachings elucidated by the Alter Rebbe, not knowing who it was, as he saw a copy of someone's handwriting of it, and he was very excited. But he didn't know the identity of the person who put together those laws. But after the work was officially published, that many of the great opponents of the Chassidic movement were very impressed by the great virtues of these collection of teachings, known as Hilchot Talmud Torah, and the one that put it together. And the outcome of this is the Hilchos Talmud Torah of the Alter Rebbe, the first Lubavitcher Rebbe, direct descendant of King David, became dispersed among all the members of the children of Israel. So therefore, even the great opponents of the Chassidic movement, going back to the late 18th century, early 19th century, were in agreement with the Psak Din, the halachic rendering, judgment of the Alter Rebbe, when we mentioned that the Chachmei Emes mentioned that there is an obligation to learn the secrets of the Torah, as I mentioned before, the physics, the study of energy and matter, matters which are visible, and matters which are invisible, and matters which are indivisible, meaning without any sort of compounded pretext by which they manifest into creation, but rather are solely the manifestation, the Giloi, of the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, the Infinite One may be blessed. And someone who does not fulfill their obligation in learning all levels of Torah, including the inner dimension of Torah, will be subject to coming back down into the world again. And the point is to try to finish off our divine mission on the human level of existence, to try to complete what we can. And hopefully we'll be able to complete our missions in this generation, not have to come back anymore, because enough is enough. We really want the redemption in a peaceful, pleasant manner. So Don Zizkubin signing off, wishing everyone a beautiful evening on this 5th day of Mar Cheshvan, the 5th day of the Hebrew month of Mar Cheshvan, 5,771 years blazing and grazing into creation. So Hav Echad, one love, Gorel Echad, one destiny, Lukulana for all of us, B'darchei Noam, in a pleasant way, Darchei Shalom.